Just rock, 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 just rock.
Start with
Take two. Is that where we're starting with?
take two. So why is it that they call you Steenkamp and Gomedov?
I started wrestling. I identified my wrestling was a bit weak last year, so I started wrestling with Dev Cronier in the holidays. And then I rocked up here with a beard one day, and Bill said it's his favorite version of me, right? So I'm not allowed to cut it until the comp's done.
Outlook on 2020, what's your goals? What are you trying to achieve?
So 2023, I think we as a gym had a very successful year last year. So main goal for 2023 is just continue that growth of the gym from a gym perspective. More members, more guys competing, putting us on the map a bit more. Not that we're not on the map, but I think having 6 guys on the card is alright for a gym that opened last May. So personal goals, obviously we've got this one coming up against Reese. Looking forward to that. ADCC in September, the trials, and then a few more gi comps. I want to try and qualify for the AJP, either the Grand Slam or the Worlds. Try and get over there, do a few more international comps. Pretty much just improve my game, be smoother, be more. I wouldn't say more focused, but more efficient. Don't know. I've been chatting about technical inefficiencies rolling with a big man, so. When you roll with him, you can't be off. So you got to. So I think that's from a gym perspective. More students, more guys doing well at not doing well, but more guys competing, putting us on the map, and then more technically efficient. And yeah, I think a few more international comps for that.
Just rock, 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 just rock.
You mentioned at the top the success of the gym in a really small space of time. What do you think is really like a leading factor for that, and what do you think your role is in that growth and success?
So it's a double-barrel question, so double-barrel answer. I think the success of the gym. Look, you've got I'd like to think 3 of the best competitors in the country heading up the gym, myself, Dil and Johan, and then all of us stepping forward, obviously. So the success of the gym, I think people want to come and train with us. We've got a very nice environment, a very hard environment, but a very nice environment. So anybody can thrive. Your hobbyist can thrive. Your 2 a week guy can thrive as a hobbyist, but then you also got competitors like ourselves, guys like Dev coming in, Edson coming in. We've got a young white belt, Jordan. These kind of guys who want to thrive in a competitive environment, I think they can thrive here as well, but they're also taking away from the hobbyists, and the hobbyists are taking away from them. So I think that's the key to success for our gym. Not every gym is the same, but we've seen that work for us. So it's an environment for everybody. And And then a key, I suppose, is us leading from the front. Dylan and I compete a lot, Johan when he's not injured. Obviously, we've got high level MMA guys coming in now, training jiu-jitsu with us. And I think that's testament to what we've done on the comp mats over the years. You know, it's like I've been doing it for quite a while now, 7 years. Not quite a while, but a few years, competing all the time. Dole's always been an active competitor as well, Johan as well. So I think us leading from the front and showing that it doesn't really matter whether you win or lose, but just getting on the mat makes you a better competitor. So I was having this conversation with one of our students the other day. She's going to jump into her second comp, a little bit nervous, but she kind of figured out quickly that competition makes you better. Even though she didn't win, she's a better athlete for it. So I think us showing that from the front makes a key ingredient.
Like, how do you deal with it mentally, knowing that you're trying to lead from the front? Obviously, you want to win, but what's the balance between being out there, leading from the front, showing your team how to compete in a certain way, and winning isn't maybe not everything, but like giving your best? Like, what's your take on all of that?
I've been lucky enough to be around guys that have competed. So coming up, I was lucky enough to be around guys like Martino, Desley, these guys coming up. Richie Lowe, when he was competing a lot back in the day. So I've been lucky enough to come up under these guys. So for me, I mean, my mindset is obviously I want to win. But in the training, I mean, we trained really hard for that last Sub Kings card. My fights were pooled, I think a week before and then like 2 days before. What I took from that is that I leveled up, right? So I'm just getting better. So my mindset is, yes, we might not always win. We might not always get the fight. But at the end of the day, we're leveling up, and that's what this is about, right? Getting better, getting to our goals. So I have certain goals that I set myself in the gym, certain goals that I set myself on the comp mat. Sometimes they don't always marry, but at the end of the day, I'm always improving. So my thing is just around improvement, becoming, like I said, more efficient, more focused. And I think I took that from those guys coming up, right? So someone like Martino, he's a perfectionist. He was always there for me when I was coming up, white belt, blue belt, purple belt. Watching him, not always winning, but always improving, all right? And chasing that is something that I think I've taken away, made it one of my mindsets as well, right? So no one can deny he's one of the best competitors this country's seen. Not always winning, but always getting better, always making his teammates better, always making himself better. So I think that's kind of the mindset I have as well.
Just rock, just rock.
Yeah, look, I mean, again, double-barreled. In the past, obviously at the higher weights, I think the guys have been a little bit more hesitant to open up against me because of my style. All right, so when we fought the 8-man, no disrespect, but like I was kind of held down, not allowed to play, right? So, which is fair in the rule set, okay? But I think it also made you guys change the rule set a little bit, all the rules there around. I think with Reese, and I have a lot of respect for Reese, so I think with Reese we're going to see a very high tempo match. It's going to be very fast paced, and it's going to be nice to have somebody that actually engages back with me. So he's got his strengths, I've got my strengths, and I think, like you guys said, putting that together is going to make for, I think, probably one of the most explosive matches of the year. So let's see.
Last one, what would you say we can expect from you in 2023 on the competition mat?
On the competition mat, like I said, more technically efficient throughout the year. Obviously, I like to hunt submissions. I hate fighting for points, so I'm still going to come looking for the sub. But I think a more, a sharper, more technically efficient Chris coming to the mats this year, and yeah, I think it's going to be an exciting year moving forward.
Just rock, just rock. Just rock. Just rock, just rock.